We are just 3 weeks out from British Junior Nationals here in the UK, and there's some breaking news. British Powerlifting have just released a requirement for you to be able to handle at British Nationals called the Coaching Register. Now, although many of us may have been on this before, as it stands, there are only 13 coaches on the new one, myself included. The reason for this is because there are now what are called minimum requirements in order to call yourself a British Powerlifting coach and to be placed on this register. 4 requirements are as follows. 1. You must have completed equality and diversity training. Now I believe, and if you have been in the sport a while, that this is due to the recent actions of certain individuals within the coaching sphere, so it's nice to see that this has been added. 2. To complete a minimum safeguarding qualification for children. Now I have one from the NSPCC, and I feel like this is just a bare necessity to be interacting with minors, especially in the sport of powerlifting. Now 3 is anti-doping. Whether this is UCAD or WADA, this is just a base requirement the majority of people should have. And 4 is to be a British powerlifting member in good standing. Now, I'm sure for many of you who are in the sport, we all know of a specific company to which this does not apply. They should not and probably will not be allowed, given they have an open investigation against them. So given that we only have 3 weeks now for coaches to be able to fulfill all of these requirements, get them sent off and hopefully get registered in time, there is a great likelihood that there are many athletes currently watching this video who realise they're not going to be able to have a handler on those days. Now, this part of the message is to those coaches. If you are a coach who knows you are not going to be able to get this in time, you will not be able to handle it Junior Nationals. So I'm going to say this from one coach to another. Think about your athletes and reach out to someone who is. It doesn't have to be me. Another great person on this register is Charlie Murillier. She is the coach's coach. And if she's not refereeing and she has the time, that is someone I would pick first and foremost over anybody else to handle my athletes. I have had athletes come to me just over 14 days out from their competition, and we've managed to mainstay their program without any loss of total, and in some cases we've even been able to add a couple of kilos just through the correct choice of attempts on the day. So my message is this: coaches, if you haven't got this done, you need to. And athletes, if your coaches might not be in good standing with British Powerlifting, it might be time to look for a company who is.